My dad.
Anyone with children that doesn't want their kids to learn interesting new words, get the fuck out. First, a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, who was killed by leftist guerrilla terrorists in Utah. And then secondly, any of you transgender people, don't shoot. No one would care if I got shot anyway, so you're just wasting a bullet. Save your 17 cents. Anyhow, my name is actually Ray Gallagher. I identify as Ray Gallagher. It's mostly because my friends think that I'm a stupid, overbearing But anyhow, last time I came here to speak, I wasn't allowed to speak because some other stupid, overbearing shares the exact same name of Ray Gallagher with me.
Yeah.
I fucking warned you, bitch. I said get the fuck out. If you don't like cuss words, it's free speech. I'm going to continue with my speech, lady.
Can you stop the clock? Stop the clock.
Ahead, lady. Go ahead.
No, you're not
Go ahead, punch me.
All right.
Call me a bitch.
Do what you want.
Mr. Porter
no.
and ma'am,
I
it is his time.
am demanding you control this woman.
It is his time. Please sit.
Free speech, lady. Go back.
All right,
Go.
all right. Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter.
You got a sign that says stop bullying, and then you're bullying a speaker.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter.
There's nothing that can make me look worse, lady. I pull my pants down in public.
Did
you see her storm out and slam the door?
Mr. Porter, your time has been paused. I'm going
so
to
now's your time.
I'm going to respectfully ask you,
to what?
as we have children in the audience.
Fuck 'em.
I'm just asking
Fuck them.
you.
I told them they could leave. Fuck them.
Okay.
Free
Your
speech.
time is
Fuck 'em.
going to restart.
Fuck them.
This has been my ask of you that I am
You can ask whatever the fuck you want.
You
and
are
I'm going to deny
correct.
your request like you denied me the ability to speak at the last meeting because we happen to share the exact same name.
You can
Ray
restart
Gallagher.
his time. Your time is going. It is yours.
So I signed up. There's proof that I signed up, and you didn't allow me to speak. You denied me my right to my First Amendment, right to redress of grievances, my right to petition the government for redress of grievances, my right to say exactly what was on my mind because you didn't like the way that I signed up, but I did sign up. It's on video. It's witnessed. And then you denied me because you didn't like my viewpoint, because my viewpoint is opposite of what your viewpoint is, which is hippy-dippy is okay. So you denied me my right to speak last time, so this time I'm pissed off. So you're getting the pissed off version of my speech. You would have got a much better speech if you had just let me speak last time, but instead you wanted to take this shit to federal court and try and say that you have the right, as the president of this governing body, to actually deny people their access to this podium to speak and deny them their equal rights to free speech under the 14th Amendment and the First Amendment. So long story short, I don't like you. I don't like any of your people. You guys are in an echo chamber. You bring in these left-wing nut jobs with weird blue hair and shit, and you think that that's the voters and the electorate that you're representing. It's not. You've got duly elected conservative board members here that you treat like shit. You ignore conservative people, and now I find out you want to reduce talking time from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. You want to ask for identification and driver's license for people to come in and speak. That seems ridiculous. It seems like a Fourth Amendment violation, but what you're going to find if you do pass that is that the people who you don't like are going to continue to come and they're going to provide ID. The people that you have coming from Montgomery County to speak on behalf of transgender stuff, they're not going to be able to come because the transgender people that you have here, a lot of them come from Montgomery County, and they're just nothing more than agitators and activists that come up here to protest and to try to destroy the free speech of conservative parents in the county. So I'm just here to further reiterate that I don't like you, that I identify as Ray Gallagher. You did not allow me to speak last time, so this time I am turning your entire board meeting into a shit show full of curse words and stuff. Like trans people go on mass shootings more than regular people do. But trans...
How about men?
What are you talking about?
No, all right.
Trans women or trans men? That's
the audience will not engage.
Charlie
Mr. Porter
Kirk was not killed by a normal straight man. He was
Mr.
killed by a
Porter, your
weirdo
time-
dude who was fucking a... That's who killed Charlie Kirk, just
right.
like you freaks in the audience.
Mr. Porter,
He
you
was
may
killed
sit
by a
down
freak.
or you may leave. Your time is up.
Oh, my time
Your
is up?
time is up and your time was up. You may sit down or you may leave.
I'm going to sit down.
Thank
nice
you.
to see you again, Ray. I'll see you at the next meeting. And you're not going to succeed at depriving people of free speech in this county. You'll lose your next election.
The next speaker is Akshara Kadim Chira, followed by Sam Rosenblum.
Yeah, we need more men like this to speak out against the degeneracy that's going on in the Western world, because all of these freaks seem to have taken over society while claiming that they are apparently the minority, even though they're the ones who control everything. They have their own months, they have their own days, yet they still find something to complain about and make themselves out to be the victim when they're really not. People need to start speaking out more against these weirdos, because apparently in their world you can identify as whatever you want, and whenever you identify as that thing, you're that thing, which makes no sense. But yeah, I do identify as a white woman, and if you disagree with me, you're a bigot and a homophobe.
Old are your granddaughters?
They are 6 and 8.
Would you support them to get hormone blockers to become the other gender?
I would absolutely support them to get hormone blockers. The idea of one of my granddaughters learning that they're going to start having their period if they don't get their hormones blocked, even though they're identifying and portraying as a male, how horrible that would be. So yes, definitely.
If your granddaughter came to you and wanted to get a tattoo, what would you say?
That would be more difficult. I always told my 3 sons the one thing I ask is please don't get tattoos.
Really? Why tattoos?
There's just something so permanent about it.
Permanent?
It's pretty permanent. It's very difficult to get them lasered off or removed.
You don't think it's like permanent to change your gender?
Gotcha, bitch!
Before we get back into the video, if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the bell so that you're notified when a video comes out, and let us get back into the video.
Sophie's 24, claims to be Christian. Okay, dude, like, maybe this one's a little more modest. Alright, dude. You're a Christian? Yeah, I'm a vegan meat eater. Next. Gabriella's 27, claims to be Catholic. Like, are you gonna show this to your priest? You need to confess. Next. Alright, Crystal's Catholic and conservative, so... Brother. Do you guys even try? Alright, Katarina's 23 and Christian. Let's... Okay, dude. Danielle's 28... and she's still looking for short-term relationships. Cooked. Like, bro, you're past that time. You need to get married.
Can a woman have a penis?
Yes. It's going to take them a long time on the National Health Service to get rid of it, but that's another separate problem.
I think we'll leave it on a woman can have a penis. People can
I think you're lacking nuance and complexity about a pretty complicated
Not really. You couldn't have been clearer. Ask a simple question.
But you're laughing at it, which I think demeans
I think it's
trans people.
Absolutely ridiculous.
What have you got against
response?
trans people? Why are you punching down? Why are you not saying
nothing against
the real
trans
problem
people.
in
I've
this
already
country?
told you that I think trans people...
You sound like you have a huge problem with trans people.
No. It sounds to me like you don't understand what a woman is, which I think is a huge problem for someone leading a party in this country.
A woman is a gender.
Sorry? A woman is a biological
gender a spectrum?
being.
Is it that binary?
Do you think people are born male and female?
Not necessarily.
Oh, for God's sake.
I think it's more complicated than
It's
that.
not more complicated.
Yeah, we need to start laughing, guy. You just told us all that a woman could have a penis. It definitely needs to be laughed at, and it definitely needs to be shamed out of society. Make shaming great again, because this is insanity.
She's supporting me. Guys, she supports me. She supports trans Mexicans. She supports trans Latinos. Thank you so much. She supports trans Mexicans. Thank you. That's what she's supporting me. Thank you for being an ally to trans Latinos and trans immigrants. Please, everybody off the road. She's supporting me with the trans flag. Thank you. She's an ally. Yes, we love the allies to trans illegals. She's supporting trans illegals with the trans flag. Thank you so much. Your support matters. You are valid.
I really don't understand why you don't support him. He's just pushing everything that you believe in. What is the issue here? You believe that men can be women. He believes that he can change his race. It's all a social construct. Reality really doesn't matter. As long as you think you're that thing, which is why I'm a white woman.
You're here for abortion rights?
I am here for abortion rights, human rights, trans rights, everyone's rights, Palestinian rights.
Israeli rights?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Okay. Just human rights?
Human rights.
Amazing. Are you against the death penalty?
I am absolutely against the death penalty.
Awesome. Me too. But you're pro-choice.
Oh, yes.
Do you see how that kind of doesn't...
Well, I am... It's very different.
How?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. You're going to do this. Okay, we're going to go there. Okay.
We're going to go there.
I truly believe that if there is a situation where a woman needs to have a choice with her own body, she absolutely has 1,000%. Yes.
Why are you against the death penalty then?
because that person has been living.
Aren't fetuses living? They're growing.
They're growing, but I think the death penalty, if someone has done something bad enough to do that they probably should have. Oh my gosh, you're putting me on the spot here. This is very difficult. This is good, though. I'm really glad that you're doing this.
Yeah, you're so sweet. Thank you for being kind.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
It is, and I have thought about it. And I've had conversations with my brothers about this and family members and neighbors. Probably when I go into those situations, I'm ready to back up my stuff. And I got all my everything lined up a little more than I do right now.
Yeah.
So there we go.
How are women oppressed?
No offense, but I mean, I would even say, like, just the fact, like this podcast in general, we are having to defend basically who we are, what we believe in, and some of the stuff that we didn't even have any control over, such as like the draft and stuff. You know, I get war. I think it's horrible. I think all of that's just disgraceful. But like, to me, nothing compares to childbirth. And the day that a man can pull another human out of his body, then we'll talk.
Childbirth is worse than like the brutality of war?
I would say because the amount that most women are going to have to go through childbirth.
Feminism has always been about a comparison. Women have it worse to men. Actually, now that you're playing the comparison game between men and women, I'm going to play it too, and I'm going to say that if we're looking at the totality of circumstances, and there's a bunch of, by the way, besides war, men are more likely to be homeless, men are more likely to unalive themselves, men are more likely to be incarcerated. There's plenty of things that I can tell you besides just the war argument where men are disproportionately impacted with negative life outcomes.
Once you realize that these people have never grown out of their childhood, you'd understand why they come to the conclusions that they come to. They don't live in reality. They want everything to be a fairy tale imagination of what they think. But really and truly, reality is reality, and that's all there is to it. You can say things and that doesn't make it true. And clearly they're showing that time and time again. And as I usually say, they always have a certain look.
I'm glad that he died.
Okay.
Because he don't give a fuck about me.
Does he know you personally?
I just like to see when people of power that do bad things to people in community, I like to see them get their justice.
You think he should have been murdered because he disagrees with you, basically?
I don't think he should have been murdered.
I'm not mad
that he was
Okay.
because like when they kill black people, when they kill trans people, nobody, they're not protesting.
Oh, did you not remember George Floyd? They burnt down cities. They rioted for 6 months. They're still doing Black Lives Matter events in Yonkers every single Monday.
Don't do media coverage about it. He was literally with people from Trump. They don't like people who exist.
What did Charlie say that says he doesn't like people like you?
Honestly, I don't know, but that's just what I've heard.
You started this interview saying, "I'm happy that he died." Can you look me in the face and say that you'd be happy if I died? Because I agreed with about 99% of what Charlie agreed with. Can you look me in the face and say that?
I wouldn't be.
So how could you say that about Charlie?
Because it's the internet and I don't know him and people make memes and it's funny.
Thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
Because that's actually, and that's the reason why people like Charlie and people like Savannah and I are doing these types of videos, and we get a lot of shit for it, we get a lot of hate. But because we are literally, in a way, I guess, forcing people to rehumanize us, rehumanize people like you. Because 5 minutes ago, you were all rah, 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 fuck Charlie. And now you're like, wait a second, like that's actually not a good idea. And it took all of 5 minutes to get there, which is insane.
I really want to be surprised by the reaction of these people, but then I'm really not surprised. I've seen them over the last couple of years say the most craziest things, believe in the most craziest things. So I'm really not surprised that when someone disagrees with them, they're happy that that person got killed. The person got assassinated by people who believe in all of these fairy tale, la 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 nonsensical beliefs. You can claim whatever you want to claim you are. That doesn't make you that thing. You can believe whatever you want in your imagination. It just shows us all that you're just a weird and crazy person. And to further push that you're a weird and crazy person, you think people who disagree with you should be killed and you're happy that they get killed. That's how crazy you are. But yeah, you're oppressed apparently.
That's how they... First of all, being a boy or being a man, woman, girl, it's not how you identify. It's a biological reality.
That's not true.
There is no such a thing as objective reality in this world.
That is not true at all. Okay? Because when you identify as a boy, that does not mean you have a penis between your legs. It does not mean that you have XY chromosome. that means that you identify and that you see yourself as a boy.
Okay, so you can just identify as a boy. Got it. Can you identify as a water buffalo?
That is a species, not a gender.
Oh, so that's ridiculous. Can I choose to be a black man?
That's
Not
different.
a different species.
Okay.
In fact, I'm closer to being a black man than I am to being a woman.
That's actually not true.
That's just about melanin in my skin.
Okay, then how about this? Furries, for example. They identify as a different species.
Okay, so now we're to the point where we're acknowledging that someone can identify as a water buffalo.
Okay. You know, I have stuff to do. I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we know you have stuff to do. You can't defend your stupid position. You say stupid things, and then when asked to defend it, you run away like the coward you are. They're all just stupid people, and they really just want to govern everybody's speech. They want to govern what everybody thinks. They want everybody to believe in what they believe in, and if you don't believe in what they believe in, you're a bigot, apparently. The fact that you said out of your mouth that people identify as a different species, and you didn't think there was anything wrong with what you said, just goes to show us that these people are perpetual babies, and they haven't left childhood. It was once upon a time that we used to cater to kids believing in Santa Claus, but then once they reached a certain age, we told them it was all a lie. But now we have grown adults believing that they can change their gender, and people are saying that we should affirm it. How about this?
How about new?
I was raped yesterday, and I wanted to do a post-rape outfit of the day because I'm still gonna wear what the fuck I want. No one is gonna tell me how to fucking dress, and it doesn't matter what I was wearing at the fucking time. No woman should have to experience that, and fuck everyone who thinks so. This is my outfit. So, green cute baby tee, pink mini, and then my shoes, white heels. So, there you go. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. I'll make more content when I'm mentally okay. We did a rape kit. It was very invasive. There were swabs and photos of my privates. And I have a meeting with the detective tomorrow. So. Bye.
There's no way in blue hell that this guy made a video talking about what he just talked about in this video. Now, I know we've seen crazy things, but this has to take the cake for one of the most craziest things I've seen. This is incredible.
Washington did not cross the Delaware to give you easily accessible masturbatory material.
What do you define as pornography?
Okay, that's a great question. Getting into the weeds of defining pornography has been traditionally problematic whenever people have tried to ban it. I don't know if you guys know this, but obscenity laws that are currently on the books, the Miller test, if you're familiar with that, should completely ban pornography even now. We should ban any hardcore pornography, which I'm going to define as any sexual content that involves any kind of penetration of any bodily orifices. What? Yes, it's most porn. Yeah. So what I would consider hardcore pornography, I would say that is a scourge on our society. Statistically speaking, 80% of you guys have watched it within the last week. 50% have watched it today. And listen. The reason I bring this up is because I used to be addicted to it, and it almost ruined my life. You've got to get a hold of it. It is awful. And the reason why I want it banned, little children 6 to 9 years old are getting exposed to hardcore pornography. Is that a problem?
That's disgusting.
But is it a problem?
Yes.
So then we have two questions. If it is a problem that pornography is ubiquitous, it's ruining the lives of, it's ripping the innocence away from little children. There's just no question about that.
If 9-year-olds are being exposed to guns, I don't see you saying, like, keep those away from guns.
Yes, okay, I'll say that. We should keep 6 to 9-year-olds away from guns. All right, then we should do that. Okay. All right, listen. We have two questions we have to answer about pornography. One, is it causing a significant problem in the American polity? The answer is yes, absolutely it is. The other question is it constitutionally protected such that we can't do something about it? The answer is emphatically no. There's nothing in our Constitution that says that we have a God-given right to pornography. Washington did not cross the Delaware to give you easily accessible masturbatory material. That's not what the Founding Fathers did. There's no constitutional right to pornography. Therefore, listen, all right, therefore, we should do everything we can do to get rid of this scourge that is causing men and women to be anxious, depressed, isolated, lonely, and overall ruining our society. Okay.
Isn't it funny how the same group who say that porn exploits women are the same group pushing this porn that apparently exploits women? So you're pushing a thing that exploits women while saying that you fight for women's rights. I understand they really don't have a working brain amongst themselves. You look at them for a few seconds and you can see why.
What disturbs your spirit so much about the idea of a child also being a sexual being?
Yep, that's enough internet for today. That is enough.
But they don't exist.
Right? People should not exist. I was going to say something really nice to you. Listen, I know that you don't agree that transgenderism is real, but it's very real. Those people are very real. Just like you. No, they are very real, and their feelings matter, and their right to existence fucking matters, okay? Your right to existence fucking matters, even though I don't like you.
Even though we don't
still
like you.
matters.
Okay.
You get to be who you are because you are. Get the fuck out of here. You get to be who you are. No, he's like, why do they hate Charlie? He's coming up. He's fucking shit. He's doing shit. No, he's fucking shitty. Babe, just let me do my thing. Listen, you get to live. You get to be yourself. You get to be yourself. You get to exist as a white dude living in this fucking world. Transgender people get to fucking be who they want.
Well, no, they're not legitimate. They're not legitimately women if they are biologically men.
You don't tell me transgender people don't get to live. Man.
They don't exist.
They fucking exist.
They don't.
Transgender people exist.
They don't.
Fucking transgender people exist. They have the right to exist. They will always
They can exist as the biological sex that they exist as, but they don't exist.
Right? People should not fucking exist.
Also,
White people. Whoa, calling for a white genocide. Very, very tolerant of you. My enemy is Satan.
Yeah, I just want to give you a heads up here that you shouting and screaming doesn't make your point right. It just makes you look like an idiot, which you clearly are. But yeah, I agree that the ABCD community and all of those people who believe in those imaginations that they have are real people. They are real people, but their imaginations are exactly that, imaginations. Just like people with schizophrenia are real people, but they have just that, schizophrenia. So all of these phrases and slogans you want to throw about don't mean anything. You clearly show time and time again that you guys just don't even understand words and how stupid you truly are.
I was a third grader at Anasazi, but in a different class than Mrs. Javanette. This teacher created a hostile school environment for kids like me when she didn't like their parents. She would yell at me in the hallway and hurry me along. I also caught her filming me one day. She claimed she was filming field day, but the event was over, and her phone was pointing right at me. At the same time, a neighbor on my street was also filming me while I was outside my home. It was creepy and I felt unsafe. It became so bad that my family had to get a restraining order against my neighbor. At court is when the neighbor revealed a personal email from Mrs. Javanette to my neighbor, thanking my neighbor for protecting teachers against extremists. This is when I found out that Mrs. Javanette and my neighbor were working together. Now Mrs. Javanette had been caught celebrating gun violence and a local hero, Charlie Cook, being assassinated with her post on social media. How do you allow her to teach third graders? How do parents leave their kids in her class? She's the reason why we and others left Anasazi. Now I hear more are leaving after her recent hateful posts.
Thank you.
But I've been told time and time again that they're not brainwashing anybody. They're just allowing kids to express themselves the way they want to express themselves. But you know, when people go against the grain and what all of these people are pushing with their ABCD rainbow nonsense, all of a sudden you get exempted from stuff and they take you out of stuff. But yeah, they're not brainwashing people. They want you to all express who you truly are.
Hello there, friends. This is just a friendly reminder that when a fat person tells you, hey, that's fat phobic, your first response should not be, no, it's not. Just like when black people tell us what racism is, we shouldn't be saying, oh, no, it's not. Just like when gay people are telling us what homophobia is, we shouldn't be saying, oh, no, it's not. When a fat person tells you something that is fat phobic, you're supposed to stop and be like, oh, didn't know that. Thank you so much for telling me. Appreciate it. Won't do it again. That's how that works. In case you didn't know.
This is just a friendly reminder that you are struggling to breathe just by walking. You might need to do a bit more of your walks because, yeah, that might help you. And I'm just being helpful towards you. You need these walks because you are struggling and holding on for dear life just to do a basic human thing.
Turning Point USA's racism
is hanging out. Somebody tell him to tuck it back in. Cause what do you mean that you're having an alternative all-American halftime show? Bad Bunny is American. What? And then on like the music selection that you can like vote for or something, it says anything in English. And before y'all hop in my comment section talking about, oh, y'all are just being babies about it. What? What? We're not the ones who created an alternative halftime show.
You guys should just come out at this point and just say that everybody who disagrees with you is a thing I do not like, and I'm just going to label them that thing even if they don't fit the definition of that thing. That's what you guys should do, because at this point you guys don't even understand definitions. You don't understand words, and you clearly don't care about words. It's just everything that disagrees with you, I will put it in a category of something that is bad.
Do not ever let me have a debate with a pro-lifer, because they'll be like, so you agree with killing babies? Like fully termed, like babies in my stomach? Yes. Next.
You guys don't have debates, and we all know that. What you guys do is you say words and then run away because you can't defend your position, because clearly your position is stupid.
Hold on. You're good. You know, I got to interrogate his battery, so I'll let you do your thing and get your wins. Appreciate it, though. Yeah, exactly.
It's the scariest I've ever been.
Oh, look, another victim. She's going to record herself, post it to social media, and still go ahead with the procedure and not go to people she actually feels safe with. Am I surprised? No.
Why the fuck aren't you vegan yet?
Because I don't like vegetables. Here you go, how about this? Why the fuck aren't you eating chicken wings? You're asking people, why are you not eating vegetables? Why aren't you fucking vegan? Help the chickens. No. Not a lot of people want to be vegan.
What was your job?
I was a social media content creator since 2020. And so I made a good chunk of money from that.
Since 2020? Yeah. What are you making?
I was making... it started in 2024. It was like...
No, you said 2020.
So 2020, I started on social media. By 2021, I was making $50K, which is like
50K
normal a year.
Doing what?
Brand deals, selling personal training.
What was your content? Your content was brand deals?
No, I was a health and wellness influencer on TikTok. So you know how...
You look healthy.
Thank you. Back in 2020, all the big trendy TikTok dances were a thing. So I was like doing the dances and putting information like healthy lifestyle tips on the screen, and that
don't eat greasy food.
Pretty
followed
much.
by a TikTok dance.
Yep.
Okay, but you said you were making more than this.
And then 2022, it kind of crept up, 75K. 2023 was like 90K.
You were doing well.
Yeah.
What were your do you still have this?
I do, but I don't really, I just started posting on it again. I went on a huge hiatus.
Why?
Because I just didn't want to anymore.
But you were making a living off of it.
The algorithm changed.
No.
And
People's
my
interest changed.
And that.
The algorithm is literally only serving people what they want to keep them on the platform.
That's true.
If you are failing, it's not the algorithm's fault. Sometimes there can be a quick bug.
Yeah.
But that corrects itself typically because they want to keep people on the platform.
Yeah, my audience changed.
Maybe if you're still doing health tips with TikTok dances in 2025, it probably doesn't work. But was 90,000 your cap then? Because again, I mean, you're kind of in that world gross, right?
Yeah, it was 90K in 2023. And then 2024, it bumped up to like 225, 250,000.
What was different?
It's
crazy.
Yeah. So TikTok was the original place I started making money from brand
And that's
deals
not
and
AdSense, I'll
views.
tell you that. 'Cause
Right.
TikTok doesn't pay.
Yeah, the most it was like 250 in a month from that. So it was mostly brand deals. It was mostly because I was a personal trainer and I was selling online personal training services.
Okay.
And then through that, management reached out to me, some management company.
Oh, okay,
to like
an
manage my brand
agency.
deals. Yes.
Sure, that
And
happens.
they ended up getting me a verified badge on Snapchat as like a public creator there. And that's where I started making the most money, was actually Snapchat. So I started that in about
Snap pays
2022.
well.
Yeah.
It was the same thing, just health.
No, because my audience on TikTok was 94% female. So I catered to them with the health and wellness piece. My audience on Snapchat was 94% male. So I posted selfies. I posted
You have a
gym
good face.
photos.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of views and I didn't know what to do with it. They started paying me AdSense in about 2023. And
What do you mean
know-
you didn't know what to do with it? It was just gym photos.
Right. So it's like, how do I market that?
Did you not go further?
I ended up going further. I
Okay. See, that's what I felt like this was leading to.
She really spent all of that time ranting and raving about all of these different things she was trying to do to keep her money, just to conclude to us all that she was an online prostitute. We get it. You guys aren't very good with money. You get the money quick and then you lose the money quick.